of the review for pretest chapter 6. All right, the first question we ask is the largest variable on the left. It is. Are all the variables on the left? They are not. So before we start with moving those, let's make sure we do keep, change, change. And now we're going to zero pair out the 4x. So those are gone. That is going to give us 5x plus negative 30 is equal to 10. Is the variable on the left? Yes, it is. Is he first? Yes, he is. Is he alone? No, he is not. So we are going to zero pair the 30. That's going to give us 5x is equal to 40. What math operation is the 5 doing? He's multiplying. What's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing by 5. So we're going to divide by 5, and x equals 8. Now we're going to go to the original equation, write it out, and we're going to plug in our 8 everywhere we see an x. So 9 times 8 minus 30 is equal to 4 times 8 plus 10. 9 times 8 is 72 minus 30, and I'm going to go ahead now, since I have my substitution, I'm going to keep, change, change, keep, change, change. So 72 plus 30 is going to be 42. Now I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to do 4 times 8 is 32 plus 10. And 32 plus 10 is also 42. All right, we're going to go ahead and do keep, change, change. And now we're ready to rainbow. So we're going to rainbow 4 times 3x plus 4 times negative 1 equals, now the negative 6 doesn't do anything because it's not next to a parentheses, so it just comes down, plus, now the 2 is right next to the parentheses, so we need to rainbow again. 2 times 6x plus 2 times 1. Now we're going to do all the little small multiplication problems. So 12x plus negative 4 is equal to negative 6 plus 12x plus 2. Now we have two numbers over here that we can combine into 1, so we need to do that. So 12x plus negative 4 is equal to 12x plus negative 4. Is the largest variable on the left? Yes, it is. Are all the variables on the left? No, they're not. So we're going to zero pair the negative 12x and negative 12x. That's going to cancel out. It's going to give me negative 4 is equal to negative 4. I want all my numbers on the right and 0 on the left. So I'm going to zero pair the 4. And I'm going to get 0 equals 0. So when I have 0 equals 0, my answer is infinity, and that means there is no check. All right, number 8. First thing we're going to do is keep, change, change. Is the variable on the left? Yes, it's on the left of the inequality. Is it first? No. So it's going to be CPA, negative 5x plus negative 9 is less than or equal to 11, CPA. Is the variable on the left? Yes. Is it first? Yes. Is it alone? No. So we're going to zero pair the 9. Brother-sister rule, we do it on both sides. So now we have negative 5x is less than or equal to 20. What math operation is the negative 5 doing? It's multiplying. What's the opposite of multiplying? Dividing. We're going to divide by negative 5, divide by negative 5. Now, you see the minus men appear. Remember, we need 3 minus men to flip the inequality. If we have 3 or more minus men, then the inequality flips. If I don't have 3, I don't have enough to flip it. So x is greater than or equal to negative 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and graph it. So x is greater than negative 4. I'm going to put my 0, my positive 1, my negative 1, 1, 2, negative 2, 3, negative 4. The solid line tells me it's going to be a solid circle. And I want numbers that are greater than negative 4. So I'm going to go to the right. I can use this here as a check. And then I'm going to pick a number on this side. So I'm going to pick number 1. So to check it, I'm going to put x. I'm going to check it by going to my original equation, negative 9 minus 5x is less than or equal to 11. Negative 9 plus negative 5 times, and we are checking 1, is less than or equal to 11. So I chose to check, I'm checking 1 in my equation. So negative 9 plus negative 5 is less than or equal to 11. Negative 14 is less than or equal to 11. So the number that I checked was 1. And I put it into the equation to see if it worked, and it did. So I have 2 ways of checking. Okay, let's look at number 9. Is the variable on the left? Yes, it is. Is it first? Yes, it is. Is it alone? It is not. So I'm going to 0 pair the 8. X divided by 3 is less than or equal to 4. What math operation is the 3 doing? It's dividing. What's the opposite of dividing by 3? Multiplying by 3. Cancels out. X is less than or equal to 12. So you'll notice that we didn't have the minus men appear, and so we didn't have to flip the inequality. So now we're going to graph. X is less than or equal to 12. I'm going to put my 0, my 1, my negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It is a solid line, so it's going to be a solid circle. And x is less than 12, so it's going to be this direction. I'm going to check my arrow. It looks like it's going in the same direction. So now when I go to check, what I want to do is I want to find a number that's underneath the arrow that 3 will go into. So the next number closest to 12 would be 9. So let's try 9. 9 divided by 3 plus 8 is less than or equal to 12. 9 divided by 3 is 3. 3 plus 8 is 11. And 11 is less than or equal to 12. So we know that it is correct. Is the variable on the left? It is. Now, it is a fraction, so we have to get rid of the denominator first. So for dividing by 3, we're going to multiply by 3. So the 3's cancel out, and x minus 8 divided by 1 is just x minus 8. So the x minus 8 stays, is less than or equal to negative 15. Is the variable on the left? Yes, it is. Is it first? Yes, it is. Is it alone? It is not. So we need to do keep, change, change. And then we need to zero pair out the positive 8. That's going to give us x is less than or equal to negative 7. We're going to graph x is less than or equal to negative 7. Put our 0, our 1, our negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The solid line means solid circle, and it's all the numbers to the left. Come up here, draw my arrow in to show that it's going in the correct direction. Now, on your worksheet, you are asked to decide which of the answers would work in this equation. And you are given negative 5, negative 6, negative 7, negative 8, and negative 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to test those out. So we're going to put in negative 5. Well, first of all, we're going to write our equation. X minus 8 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. So we're going to put negative 5 in. Negative 5 plus negative 8, keep, change, change, divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. So negative 13 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. We put negative 13 divided by 3 into the calculator, and we get negative 4.3 repeating is less than or equal to negative 5. Remember that the negative numbers that are closest to 0 or closer to 0 are bigger. So this one does not work. So this is no. So let's do the next one. The next one is negative 6. So negative 6 plus negative 8 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 14 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. When we do negative 14 divided by 3, we get negative 4.6 is less than or equal to negative 5. So that's a no, because remember, if the negative is smaller, then it's closer to 0, so then it's worth more. So now we're going to try negative 7. Negative 7 plus negative 8 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 15 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 5 is less than or equal to negative 5, so yes, this would be a solution. Now we're going to try 8. So negative 8 plus negative 8 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 16 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 16 divided by 3 is negative 5.3 repeating, and that is going to be further away from 0 than negative 5 is, so yes, that answer works. And the last one, negative 9 plus negative 8 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 17 divided by 3 is less than or equal to negative 5. Negative 17 divided by 3 is negative 5.6. So it's further away from 0 than negative 5. So yes, that works. And remember that when we graphed, we said we had 0, 1, negative 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And we did all these numbers. So you'll notice that negative 8 and negative 9 are all underneath the arrow, and they worked. And you'll notice that negative 6 and negative 5 are not underneath the arrow, and they didn't work. And so now you have reviewed for your test.